A New Jersey Republican is under fire by members of his own party for being too honest, which means, now, New Jersey State Senator Edward Durr has made some statements that have recently, gotten other Republicans in trouble, as well as himself. Now, some of the statements were racist, others were pretty sexist, pretty misogynistic. Take his, opinions about abortion. Oh boy. Now, in a 2020 Facebook post, so it's not like it's super old, okay? In a 2020 Facebook post, he wrote, "A woman does have a choice. Keep her legs closed." He also apparently believes pro-choice women are idiots. Ah, yes, having bodily autonomy. Oh, what are you, a moron? Actually wanting to make decisions for yourself and your own body? Dummy. He also liked the post that called for, quote, spaying women like dogs. Lovely. Lovely. It's kind of funny. A lot of the people that seem to say these things, oh, see, I've got a choice, keep your legs closed. Generally are seemingly the type of people that women probably wouldn't want to open their legs to. Yeah. Now, Democrats in New Jersey, of course, have found these statements, and they've put a lot of money into making sure that voters know about this stuff. And big surprise, Republicans not happy about it. That whole being exposed thing. State Senator Vince Palestina, who's named in the Democratic ads, called them, quote, political hack jobs, and claimed that the ads are lying to voters. What's the lie? He said these things because he believes these things. Another group of Republicans issued a joint statement saying that Durr's statements were, quote, offensive and unacceptable. Oh, okay, whoa, great. Also said that they don't represent us or what we believe in any way. Well, that's not true, though. It does represent that view. It's just too honest. Too honest. Like, no, we actually believe that stuff. It's just, you're being too open about it. We're supposed to say vague things like, we care about the babies and we care about life. Now, Palestina, for instance, voted against 2 bills that would protect New Jersey abortion providers from legal persecution if they served patients from out of state, while others would only commit to saying that they support exceptions from a possible abortion ban for victims of rape or incest or in the case of serious health risk. So, in practice, those exceptions mean nothing. They really do. But there's also, these are also a way of saying, we should punish women for having sex. You see, making an exception for rape is a way of saying that if you consent to sex and you get pregnant, then you should be forced to have a child, even if you don't want it. So that is a punishment for having sex. That's pretty clear. Is that what what the Republican Party wants to be known for? Apparently. They're very, when you think about it, the Republican Party is actually really anti-sex. At least when it comes to anti-women having sex. Which is, again, funny because it's the same party that's like, we need more babies, traditional family. Okay, well, you're anti-sex, but you're pro-babies, apparently, but not pro, WIC or food stamps or health care for the babies after they're born. So what is this really about? Well, you know what it's about. It's about control. Okay, now, former Texas Solicitor General Jonathan Mitchell, basically, when he was pushing his state's abortion ban, which he played a major role in writing, had admitted that look, this is what we believe. We don't think that women should be able to have sex. Mitchell wrote this: women can control their reproductive lives without access to abortion, and they can do so by refraining from sexual intercourse.
Oh my God, he admitted.
So ladies, I mean, look, what's the deal? What's the problem here? Just don't have sex. Just don't do it. Wow. Just wow. He also condemned pro-choice court decisions for accepting the view that women, and then adding in parentheses, and men, should have the right to freely engage in sexual intercourse. What happened to the party of freedom? We believe in freedom, except for sex. We don't want you to have any of that. We don't want you to have any freedom in sex. You need freedom in choosing reproduction when you choose to have families. Well, you don't get that kind of freedom. Really? What about personal freedom, liberties, things like that? Oh, no. We only want personal freedoms and liberty for corporations to then, rob you and then poison your land. Well, that's it. And to underpay you. Or in some cases, maybe not pay you at all. Wage theft. Look, this is what this guy and a lot of other members of the so-called pro-life movement actually believe. And there's more tidbits here about Mitchell that are relevant. But currently, he's representing a man named Marcus Silva, who's using the Texas abortion ban to sue friends of his former wife. Why? Because they allegedly helped her leave him. You can't leave me! Court filings suggest that Silva threatened to report his wife to police for having an abortion if she didn't submit to him, quote-unquote, mind, body, and soul. Other documents indicate that Silva tried to coerce her into having sex with him and doing his laundry, saying that he would drop the lawsuit in exchange. Wow! Look, this is probably the best example of what these laws are about. And a great example of who these people are. Not only Mr. Silva, but Mr. Durr as well. That's what they believe. They don't believe women should be, free to have and enjoy sex. They think it should be consequences, and that a baby is a consequence, a punishment. You understand that? A punishment. Children should not be punishments inflicted upon women for enjoying sex. But that's what they believe. That's what they believe. This is not about life. It's not about protecting children. It's about using children as a punishment and a way to control women. That's it. If it were about life, again, you would see more Republicans coming out and having far more financial supports for children born to parents in poverty, and a focus on fixing our broken adoption system. Focus on, again, things like healthcare, pro-family policies, paid family leave from work so you can actually, spend time with your children after you have them instead of going back into the mines. Childcare, so that, families can still work and provide a good standard of living. Good education for children. Opportunities. They don't support any of those policies. And you have to wonder why, unless you already know the answer, which again, it's not about healthy families and healthy children and successful families and lives. No, it's about controlling women through reproduction. That's it. They see women as property, not as partners, and are using forced birth and poverty and pain and the pain that it can bring as a way to keep women in line while trying to put their fake veneer of morality onto it. You know what happens when you have more, for example, access to birth control? Teen pregnancies and accidental pregnancies decrease, as does abortions. When you have better family planning measures, when you have, better economies, guess what? You have abortions that go down. That's real pro-family policy. So it's, again, not about pro-family, it's just about pro-birth and pro-control. It's a way to, again, keep them in line. And so in this case, in these cases that I've cited, the mask of this veneer that they put onto it as of being pro-life and pro-babies and moral, it slips. And we see the movement for what it really is. Good old-fashioned misogyny.